Hello, my name is Imogen and welcome back to another one of my hiking videos. It has been a little while, but this time around I've gone back to do the Overland Track, which is a 80-kilometre hike through Tasmania, starting from Cradle Mountain to Lake St. Clair. Absolutely gorgeous walk. It was my first multi-day hike that I did solo 4 years ago, and I really wanted to go back and take my boyfriend Scott down there and do it with him. And we did it over 8 days. We included Pine Valley as a side trip, and absolutely stunning, so worth it. Now let's get to the video. Smile!
Oh, we're about to do the Overland Track.
Alright, so we officially made it to the start of the Overland Track and super excited to be back 4 years later. A little bit more experience when I first did it. And I'm so happy I get to do it with my beautiful boyfriend, Scott.
First multi-day hike as well. Should be a lot of fun. Going all the way up to the top of Cradle today. We got a belter of a first day. Probably won't be like that for the rest of the trip, but we'll make the most of it while we have the good weather.
Exactly. Today we walked 17 kilometres, and by far it's the hardest day as our packs are the heaviest and you've got the steepest climb of the walk up Marian's Lookout. We passed Cradle Lake and then see Cradle Mountain. We were blessed with a beautiful day today, so we were able to summit Cradle Mountain. We left our packs at Kitchen Hut to make it that bit easier, as it's quite a heavy rock scramble up to the top.
Alright, we've made it to the summit of Cradle Mountain. Last activity for the day before a 4 or 5k walk to camp. Should be good. We'll camp by the lake at the
Scott-Kilvert Hut, rather than Waterfall Valley, because it's right near a lake and we'd love to go for a swim. It's such a beautiful day today. Alright, now for the lovely trip back down.
So, if you're wondering what it's like to hike Cradle Mountain, you get some fantastic views, but then this is what you're going to get down. Imogen, how's your swim?
It was lovely. How was yours?
Didn't even get in the water and I just went for a beautiful swim just then. Oh, also look at this lovely background.
Cradle Mountain.
What an amazing camp.
Hang on, no, what happened?
But, so I just went and jumped straight into the water. What did you do, Imogen?
I actually watched Scott put his pinky toe in and panicked. And now he's suffering from loss of circulation in his feet.
Yes, correct.
Today we woke up at the base of Cradle Mountain at Scott-Kilvert Hut, which is my favourite camp by far. However, it's a 3-kilometre detour down, hence it's a 3-kilometre detour back uphill. And we back on the Overland Track. Hence we were pretty happy once we made it back on the track. After our steep climb uphill in the morning, we stopped at Waterfall Valley Hut for lunch, where we had beautiful views of Barn Bluff to ourselves. After lunch, we continued on to Lake Windermere, which is only a 7-kilometre walk and it's on relatively flat terrain. Once we were there, we set up camp right where we had views of Barn Bluff, had lentil soup for dinner, and we just watched the sunset. Baby.
Hot sludge.
Day 3, let's go!
Let's go!
today we had a pretty cruisy morning as it was pretty cloudy and it looked like it was about to rain. So we left it till a bit later in the day and took our time till we got to Old Pelion Hut, and we had beautiful views of Mount Oakley, and then we were able to go for a beautiful swim in nice Tasmanian cold water.
Proof that I can swim in cold water.
Day 4, you ready?
Let's do it.
Whee!
We're almost at the top of Ossa, and if you're wondering what it takes to climb the tallest mountain in Tasmania, this is what we got to go.
Alrighty, so we've made it to Kia Ora and we are now off to Windy Ridge. So we decided to push on. It's late in the afternoon, but it's only 4 hours of walking, and we thought,
We're going to do it in 3.
yeah, of course. I've had like 3 cruisy days, so it's up for a bigger day today.
Just did Mount Ossa as well.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Yeah, let's do it.
Good morning on day 5. So last night we ended up smashing in just over 3 hours. So Scott's prediction was pretty much right on. And because supposedly it was going to rain for the next 24 hours, we were the only ones camping. A little bit funny.
Rained for about 2 hours.
Rained for about 2 hours, and there was a big heavy 3 meals predicted. So luckily we got the best spot in the camp to ourselves. Right now off to Pine Valley. And yesterday we did end up doing a whopping 30 kilometers. So Scott's biggest pack hike, and yeah, feeling like one of my other hikes that I've done.
Why do you always film me when I'm fucking struggling?
Today was a big day. We started from our campsite, Pine Valley Hut, where we started walking up the Sidetrip, the Acropolis, which is a challenging 5 to 7 hour walk where we were able to see Lake Clair for the first time, our finish line. In Scott and I's opinion, it was the most spectacular views of the whole trip, and we were able to see for the past week where we've been walking. In the afternoon, we walked to Narcissus Hut, which is about 10 kilometres from Pine Valley, getting ready to walk Lake St Clair tomorrow morning. Good morning on our last day on the trail. Woo! Yeah, so yesterday we had the most beautiful day, and today we have now got 18 kilometers around Lake St Clair. So pretty much the same scenery, but super excited. Leaving earlier this morning than all our days, just hit 7 o'clock, and we will arrive in Lake St Clair probably 12:30, 1 o'clock for our bus home to Hobart. Yes, currently covered in mud. But it's the last day, so part of the adventure. Alrighty, so now that is the end of the video. For some reason I didn't actually take a video at the end when we got to Lake St Clair, but we did get a photo that I'm not very much a fan of. But I hope you enjoyed this video and inspires you to do a hike, potentially Overland Track. It is stunning and it's definitely super achievable if it's first time getting into it. Also that is dependent on the weather, but thank you, and yeah, look forward to making another hiking video actually pretty soon.